I am jealous of NDC creatives in Mahama's government. Now, Ghanaian filmmaker and staunch NPP member that Socrate Safo has expressed frustration over what he describes as the NPP's lack of appreciation for creatives within the party. Now, speaking with Halifax on OKFM, Socrate Safo, who is also a former director for creative arts at the National Commission on Culture, said he envies how the National Democratic Congress, that's NDC, has consistently recognized and elevated creatives and cultural figures. His comments came in reaction to President Mahama's recent appointment of actress Kalsoume Sinare as Ghana's ambassador to Spain, a move Safo praised but also used to highlight broader issues within his own party. And I'm sure some of us have seen the videos online. Hopefully we'll play the audio later, but I've been joined in the studio by Robert Clark and Edem Techome. Myself and Kwame, we've been here. We were here first before you people came.
Yeah, but you know why?
Oh, okay.
Oh, you know, some of us.
But 2nd August. Okay, sorry.
If you want to say it, will also help.
But 2nd August.
Yes.
We are in June.
You know, August starts like 1st, and then.
But there is something happening on 2nd August.
Okay. That event will announce.
Is Adam here?
Oh, he's
Adam
here.
Is here.
Yes. I mean the bugger.
Okay.
The bugger is here. Adam, good morning.
Good morning,
How
my
you
sister.
doing?
I'm fine.
But you can respond with 2nd August.
Is the response for me?
Should I respond for you?
Thank you, boss.
I don't like your demissioner this morning.
Oh no, he says I should respond.
So
for you.
mellow, so calm.
I want to respond. For you.
Please do.
I shouldn't. You know,
Oh, but this
this is the day that the Lord has
made.
Yes.
We shall
Rejoice and be glad in
in
it.
it.
Yes.
Even on the 2nd of August, it will be the day that the Lord has made.
Okay.
And
Amen.
we will rejoice and be glad.
Amen to that.
Because in His time, He makes all things beautiful.
Beautiful.
Amen.
Yeah. So where
Robert
were
is
we?
not talking.
Is that
And he who
Robert.
okay,
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
Hagla, we are begging you.
is that Socrate Safo voice?
Hagla, please don't come here. We
Is
beg.
that Socrate Safo voice?
Yes.
Okay.
He who figures out how things are supposed to work. Let's continue the conversation.
2nd August.
Adam is begging,
Play the fantastic.
Just
Play
settles.
Socrate Safo's voice.
Just settings.
2nd August is not far from now. It's not far away at all.
Adam, I'm sure you've heard what Socrate Safo said.
Yeah, I've heard it.
Anayembo audio.
Okay, it's here for. I mean, some have not heard it, so.
Okay. Let's listen to Socrate Safo then.
I jealous my colleagues. If I look at the way, the leverage I hear more in this government, I jealous them. Let me confess, I jealous them.
Why do you jealous them?
I feel say the NDC, I respect the mental fortitude of the creatives. More creatives, no. NDC for I respect you. Say, nyansa bi, contribution bi. Ali.
Yes.
It's not easy that you have somebody who can attract attention. Her popularity, okitano, any following okitano, is a plus to even the country. And to an ambassador, pure baby, introduce no. I bet you it's 50% plus to the country. And I look at my colleagues, the Rexomans, KODs, Abeku Santanes, Masa, Edipa Hina ni yendi, MPP. At the end of you go and they look at you like, who are you? As if you don't have a degree. Papa, filmmakers, you need degree. Filmmaking, we have a degree in filmmaking. Into who will be filmmaker, be not pre-degree, and just on TV. So when I have wisdom, I have intelligence, I have the brains to put pen on paper and write something and make people watch and cry. Are you more intelligent than me? What?
Adam, you wanted the audio, so there you go.
Doreen. Yeah, I mean, I understand Socrates. Certainly, I mean, he's overawed by the kind of appointments being made by the NDC government, where a lot of the creatives are not getting only positions in the creative space, but cutting across, and that is where, I mean, his admiration is coming from. But there was a point he was making in regards to education. For me, I think that, I mean, most of these people, it was as a result of their qualification that got them here. You know, in 2021, Kalsoume, she bagged a degree in public administration, and in 2023, he did her master's in international relations.
Exactly.
So the ambassador to Spain is not a fluke. She has a master's in international relations. So it's like she was preparing herself for any opportunity ahead. And that is what most of the creatives need to do. Like, regardless of where we are, we need to, it's not because you have a lot of experience on the ground. But if you are not careful, they will put other people there for you to work for them because of qualification. That is why it is important that we add value to ourselves. I mean, so that when the opportunity comes, you have the opportunity of your on the grounds experience and add the academic qualification to it, because it becomes a prerequisite to that. And you need to ensure that you have that to be able to, because the president will ask for your CV and other things. You know, so we need to, regardless of the fact that we are supporting political parties, going all out for them, we have experience, we need to add value to ourselves in the classroom. And that is the only way we can also have the opportunity to be. Else, you have to venture into other areas which does not look for political qualifications. Maybe MP. And you and maybe president, because it doesn't also talk about qualification. But, I mean, how do you go through the ranks to get there? I mean, there are some areas that, if you are not careful, your competitors may use that as an advantage to disadvantage you. So, yes, Socrate is happy for what is happening, and it's sad. But that, I mean, comparison, that it's not always about education. It counts, because if you check, KOD has masters in public relations and marketing. He has a first degree. He has a diploma. Abeku Santana has masters, 2 masters, and other degrees. You understand? He has one in marketing, he has one in hospitality. I mean, so it is about the value they added to themselves that has gotten them here. So those in the space, let's add a lot of value. I mean, there is no end. Sinare was around 56.
Yeah.
She got her degree. You know, so there is no, it's not ending. So it's not late. Socrates, I mean, you can still add value to yourself.
You can still get
I mean,
a degree
because
in the masters.
one day, your party will come to power again. Else, you'll be there, they'll come to power again.
And then they'll still be complaining.
Things will happen like this, and you will not be happy. So, at this is the time. There is like 3 years ahead of us. Masters is a year or degree. He can back the degree, do a master's.
You need the first degree.
Yes.
Before you do the
And
master's.
they'll record 3-4 years.
Yes, Socrates. I say we repeat when the party comes back to power. So I mean, this is my little expression on the
Ahead
matter.
of 2nd August. Thank you.
Robert.
This one, Kwame is more fired up.
Okay,
Please.
Kwame. Okay. Let's do Kwame first before we
Let me
I mean, like,
No, but
masters here is important.
It's very
You
important.
understand?
You see.
Yes. Like degree education is important.
Doreen
And
has a
Doreen have you,
master's.
I mean, hello.
That is
So-
why I have a good manager, because
You
he's been encouraging
see.
me to do this, and I had to do it.
Yes. Yes. So it's very important. I saw this post on Facebook. Let me use this as my introduction. Socrate Safo crew, and the crew is in quotes.
Past tense of cry.
Yeah, the past tense of cry.
What?
Socrate Safo crew, when his party was in power, in opposition,
Okay, I now
he is
understand.
still crying. The only constant here is crying. Somebody get the filmmaker a role to play. And this is very sad. Makes me very sad this morning.
Oh,
Because I remember even while in government, when his government was in power, how he went on Peace FM to cry
The frustrations.
when he crew those days.
The crew.
It was so sad that somebody who was all over for the party, who was on the streets sharing flyers and campaigning, Creative Art for Change group and everything, had to come on radio to come and cry because he was being sidelined. It was very, very worrying. But it appears that, you see, anytime I listen to Socrate, it appears he's not getting his due out of the contribution that he made to the party. Why? Is he not respected? Is he not getting positions and deals due him? Why does he think that they look down on him? Let's not kid ourselves, Doreen. When it comes to governance, when it comes to holding positions in government, educational qualification counts. I'm not saying that if you've not gone to school, if you've not gotten qualification as in getting masters, getting PhD, whatever, you're not intelligent, you're not sensible. But there are certain things that when you get into the government or governance space, there are things that if you have education at that level, gives you the edge over somebody who is not gotten through that process. And that is why, even in the NDC government, there are some people who would have gotten higher positions
that they have today,
but for their qualification.
Yeah.
Because if you have, let's say, middle school living certificate, it would be difficult for you to get a certain position in the government. It doesn't mean you are not intelligent. It doesn't mean you are useless. But the role to be given to you in that position you are eyeing, you might not be able to do it well because of your level of education. So anytime Socrates goes on that tangent and then keeps saying that, as for filmmaking, you don't need a certificate or a degree to... Who said that?
Socrates.
People are the highest level in film.
Peter Sadufia doesn't have a degree.
Yes.
Shelley Frimpong Manso.
They do.
And now Ajitana is a lecturer.
Ajitana is a lecturer.
Yeah.
But who said that? Who said that rule that you don't need a degree to do film? And that media made me and then I will do a film and you will cry.
Tyler.
No, it is fine. It is fine if Socrates doesn't want to upgrade. It is fine. Nobody can do anything to him. But I think there are lessons to learn. Marco Krokumante did music for a long time after secondary school. He didn't go for any first degree for a long time.
Yes.
Before he went in for that.
He quickly better.
When MPP came, Akufo-Addo came the first time, he didn't get any position because, and I'm not sure he even vied for that, because he was here to do his masters.
Yes.
Waited, did the masters, second term, he was in. KOD.
Yeah.
KOD also for a long time after, I think secondary school, did radio, Gineding, went back to school, did I think diploma or something, GIJ, did first degree, did masters.
Yes.
Abeku Santana, I got to know him in Koforidua because he did Radio Z in Koforidua. Those days, Eastern FM. I was in GHS when I was listening to him. From that time...
No, he's a science student too.
Yes, got back to school. Learned now he has a number of degrees. So look at him. And now if Abeku is speaking, the command, the authority, he exudes knowledge.
Goes on the ground and...
Exactly. So you know what he is saying. Socrates is making it seem that formal education is not really important in assuming positions in government, but that is wrong. It's totally wrong. Now to the crux of the matter. You see Kalsoume Sinare. Same example. She had her first degree at 56.
Yeah, that's 2021.
Age 56.
Yes.
Then 2 years later, she did her master's. Now she's been given an appointment as ambassador to Spain.
Right.
Beautiful. So if you look through all the examples of the people who have been given appointments in the NDC government, it appears almost every individual in there knew they were going to get something in future. So they planned. The word is planning. Yeah. So if you know that you want to get here in 5 years, the foundation you lay today is very, very important.
So you mean more
What
like,
are you doing?
more like they prepared?
They prepared. They prepared. So I'm not sure that it came by accident, as in, the way we are seeing a lot of the. And mind you, Adam said something. The NDC creatives who are getting appointment, they're not all of them are going to the creative side.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some are getting into other areas. Even KOD's appointment is not a creative arts appointment.
No, it's not.
Diaspora affairs is quite separate.
Yeah.
Kalsoume's appointment is also a different thing. Meaning that the NDC government has realized that the people, they have the resources, they have the human resource for certain places or appointments or positions. Not only in the creative industry, even with the creative industry. For the first time, we have a creative person who is the main minister and not acting as a deputy minister.
Yes.
So it means they have reposed a certain trust and confidence in their people, in their creatives, because they also prepared and they were ready for the mantle. So Socrate, the narrative about education, please stop that. You are a big man in the society. Don't speak those things into the minds of the younger ones. Socrate Safo. And so if you always come out to say, create the impression that that's a school winning for Swah, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Socrates, and I say this, if maybe Socrates had a higher qualification, he would have gotten a position above what he had during the MPP government. I'm telling you. It doesn't also negate the fact that maybe his party, maybe the party does not treat their ilk well.
Yeah.
He knows what is happening in his party, so he can address those things. But the education part in the no, because we had Jankroma Akufo-Addo in there, we had Mark in there, we had who else? Akwesi Agyeman in there. Look at them. So I believe that in as much as he's appreciating the NDC government and he's commending them for respecting and appreciating the creatives in the party, he should know that the people worked for it. Now, I don't know if, maybe later on, I'd want to touch on Kalsoume Sinare's role, maybe after Roberta's. Because...
Don't worry, you can go.
Because education, it touch my ass and hammy. Because when
you are an educationist,
you see, even we say we want to go to school and learn more.
Me myself, I get a few.
Even you yourself, after the 3 masters, you still want to add more to it. And so when you see, Doreen do her things nicely, Okasa, she's smart, intelligent. Yes, you can have the natural ability, but when you learn, it adds something. Blamability is right here. When he's breaking down the PR thing, say, this guy has an experience. When Ria comes in here and she's giving her expert opinion on theater, masking and blocking, say, one go school and go home,
when Kwame Dazi is speaking to journalism,
yes,
quoting,
you see,
he has been there.
Music. So let's learn.
A sharp.
Let's
no, I think we should encourage each other to study, to learn. There are so many ways of upgrading yourself in today's world.
Yeah.
So many ways. It doesn't matter whether you are 58 or 60. You can still learn something. You see.
Yeah.
So let me quickly do my 1 minute.
You can do the rest of the time.
Then you can come in. Yes.
No, you can do the rest of the time. Because Kalsoume,
mine is very short. I've said it and I'll say it again. Everybody has to be what? Sexy.
That word.
You know my word. Acronym.
The moment you say sexy, Adam was like, then he remembers 2nd August. It takes you to 2nd August.
So for me, it's an acronym, man. It defines a lot of things. SECKIE. S stands for skill. You need a skill. For any role you are supposed to perform, you need a skill. You need the experience, that is the E. You need certification, which is a C. So the certificate where they beat people. No?
Yes.
Because like some school needs to give you the credit.
Yes.
Or they have to stamp their authority and their credibility on you. That you finish a particular course. So that's a certification. Then we have the K, which is knowledge. Then you have your character requirements that you're supposed to fulfill in functioning in that particular role. And then you have your I, which is the influence. And then you have your last one, which is the E. The E stands for ethics of that particular space. So we all need to be sexy. I'll say it and I'll say it again.
Very
sexy.
important. Sexy.
So now back to you. Kwame Dazi.
Kwame Dazi. Now,
Let's progress.
Are you done?
he's done.
Very, very short.
Very short. And just so you know, actress Kalsoume Sinare named Ghana's ambassador to Spain because he said you were going to go into it. I might as well just let us know that that's our next topic for discussion. And this announcement came over the weekend. Now, prior even to that, there was a list that was out. And I saw her name. I'm sure a few of you saw it on social media. It's just that they were not specific to which country she was going to. But now we all know that she's been appointed as Ghana's ambassador to the Kingdom of Spain by the President, John Dramani Mahama. And her appointment was announced on 21st June and signed by the Secretary to the President, that's Callistus Mahama. And is part of a list of 15 new diplomatic nominees. The appointments include ambassadors, high commissioners, and a consul general designate who are expected to represent Ghana's interests across various countries. And Sinare, one of Ghana's most respected actresses, brings decades of experience in film and public engagement to her new role.
Let me quickly say this before Kwame gets deep into it. Just for me quickly. I said this and I'll say it again. When we had people within our celebrity status spaces, so to say, or celebrity positions go into politics, it drew more attention to that particular place.
Yes.
True.
We are interested now in whatever they are doing because we've been following them and we're interested in seeing what's happening in that particular space, in that space. Right now, you mentioned that 15 people have been appointed.
Yeah.
I only know of one name.
Yes.
That is making a difference.
Exactly.
Robert.
15 people.
Yeah.
15 people.
Only one name.
Yes.
We're discussing that one name.
Yes.
And in the same way, because of her, a lot of people will hear about what it means to be an ambassador. Because Kwame is about to break it down.
Right.
We are all breaking it down.
Oh,
together.
don't worry. I mean, we'll break it down. And now, when we are done, people are going to follow her steps, whatever she does, because again, these people are heavily connected to the media.
Right.
And so getting the attention of the media is going to be automatic. And that is what is going to help us and the younger folks to be able to gain interest in positions of this nature because they're like, oh, okay, so there's a role like this. Then I can.
Yes.
Oh, she did it. Oh, okay, I would. If I put myself to it, I can get there. I think for me, the kind of the projection and the inspiration it's going to give to younger folks is incredible. And I love the fact that these things are happening within our space because we are more politically woke than before.
Yes.
And I just pray that everything lands well, as we take this particular path.
Okay. All right. Kwame.
Yeah.
Let's break
I
it
am
into pieces.
happy for Kalsoume Sinare.
Right.
And ordinarily we would not expect her to be a creative art ambassador. That's not her task.
Yes.
But we know that she's going there to also foster bilateral relations between Ghana
And Spain.
You remember in 2018, you went to Spain for the Casa Africa program.
Yes.
Where they picked these bands vis-a-vis.
Yes.
It was in 2018, right?
Yes, 2018.
The Creative Art Council and the Spanish
embassy
did that. That was a collaboration between Ghana and Spain. This is what I would wish Kalsoume does. No, the best way
it was
she
2019.
19 rather.
Yeah,
The best way she can foster that kind of relationship between Spain and Ghana is by using a certain vehicle called Culture, Arts and Tourism. Now, I'm looking forward to seeing Kalsoume Sinare leverage on where she's coming from as in the creative industry, the culture industry, the tourism industry, to foster a certain form of relationship where the connection will go beyond just trade in maybe cocoa and other raw materials to materials like creatives or creativity and culture.
Right.
And this means that she's also going to utilize the services of the tourism ministry, diasporan relation ministry, or office, and all that, so that some of these collaborations will happen. Because already I know Spain and Ghana have that trade relationship.
They do.
Okay, and they've embarked on a number of projects, even from education to tourism to culture. But this can be deepened if Kalsoume Sinare positions our industry in a way to tie into the Spanish creative industry. Latif Abubakar did a play.
Yeah, 5
I think
hours with
in
Mario. Yes.
It was a collaboration.
Yes.
And I remember, I think just last year, he did another one with the Italian government as well.
Yes.
So you see, and he was so smart, he adopted a play written by a Spanish
Exactly.
into a Ghanaian format setting, and then took it there to stage it, and
to stage
staged it here too.
And they loved it.
Exactly. So I believe that yes, it is great we have Kalsoume Sinare going to represent Ghana in Spain, but just as Sophie did with the French people in Ghana, it was very strategic thing that she did. Just as the French embassy in Ghana has been trying to also introduce their culture and everything here by doing that collaboration. I think that when she goes there, she can use her office to foster that kind of relationship between Spain and Ghana by pushing the creative arts, the culture. She doesn't need to be a Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture to do this, but collaborations will help her achieve this. And that will make the work quite easy for her, because Robert mentioned, out of the 15 people appointed, she's the one being spoken about. So imagine her using this vehicle called Tourism, Art and Culture in her work in making sure that everything works. It will be a success. We are behind her solidly.
When nice one. So during the days of Anne-Sophie, how do I refer to her?
The former French ambassador.
French ambassador. Good. Yes.
Yes.
I got introduced to the word soft diplomacy.
Okay.
And then she was explaining to me how soft diplomacy is the way, because I was curious. I was asking her why she had to leave if she was doing so well. And then what she said was that, like, in the conversation, it just came out that soft diplomacy is her approach, and they wanted, like, it's more or less like she getting to another level so that a lot more people can learn from her about using the soft diplomacy and whatever she achieved in Ghana. So that, through that, they could achieve it on larger scale in different countries. So I just I just typed out what is soft diplomacy, and it's interesting. So it describes a country's ability to influence others and achieve its goals through attraction and persuasion rather than coercion or payments. So, and the breakdown says the core idea, that is attraction and co-option, is about making your values, culture, policies and way of life seem appealing and legitimate to others, which goes to speak to exactly what Kwame Dazi just said. But so in this particular case, all of that plus the policies or the political angle. The goal is for other countries or peoples to want what you want. Aligning their preference with yours voluntarily. So it's not by force. It's to make you just fall in love with them, and that's exactly what she did. So I'm reading the stuff, but I'm seeing it. I'm now playing back everything that she did, and I'm like, okay, this is exactly what she did. And it's because of her interest in the arts and how she actually used that to gain whatever she did. So I'm sure that in light with I'm throwing support to Kwame Dazi's words. If we are going to use culture, and we are going to use the arts, and we are going to use tourism, and we are going to use all the elements of diplomacy and whatever is required in that particular space, I think that she can do the most.
Yes.
And we thank God that she already has a lot of knowledge in this particular space.
Yes.
Because in this particular, she's been here. I mean, if there's nothing she knows, it's about knowing about culture, tourism, etc. She knows that particular space. So for me, it's about using, and the information goes on and on and on. It relies on influence, persuasion, and setting a positive example. So anybody who wants can always go and read it. So it's about soft diplomacy. And so if there's anything that she needs to ride with on this particular journey, soft diplomacy.
Right. Very important. And I'm so happy for her as well. And I don't know whether the appointments are done.
But
Someday,
second
even
August,
when it comes to the ministry, like 4 are left.
4 are left.
Yeah.
so 4, eh?
4 more. Okay.
Yeah, 4 more to go. So
Okay. All right.
4 more to do more.
anything can happen.
So we look forward to it, and we're hoping that more creatives will occupy those spaces as well.
But somebody asked a question under the stream. He said, "Is Adam getting married?"
Okay.
Somebody asked a question.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, if Adam is getting married, we'll announce it.
We'll announce it. Okay. We'll announce it, and you all can be a part of it.
I
So
mean, we'll share it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a special day. We're just creating anticipation.
this is where time will permit us. Adam, morning. Well, thank you so much for coming through this morning.
Thank you too for having us.
Yes, and
Blamability.
thank you, Robert, for coming through this morning. Now, attention, aviator fans, this is your final boarding call to take to the skies and become Ghana's aviator legend. Exclusive to Betway, take on the challenge, and if you are the best in the game, you will be crowned the winner of a sky-high 500,000 cash prize. Plus, you will get guaranteed free flights daily when you play Aviator every day until the 30th of June. Remember, terms and conditions applied. Is regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet the responsible way. Betway, get way more. And also, Riverman Productions, in partnership with the National Theatre and Joy FM, presents an Ankle-wide special play, Love on the Ropes. On their wedding anniversary, their fighting gloves were laced. Don, a retired boxing champion turned politician, has spent years guarding a secret that is potent enough to destroy his marriage. Aisha, his wife, is a bold, brilliant influencer and social media sensation who wants the whole truth from her husband, and she wants it live on her podcast with thousands watching. What begins as a celebration of love becomes a dramatic showdown. Love on the Ropes shows at the National Theatre on June 27th, 28th, and 29th, and July 4th, 5th, and 6th. Show times are Fridays at 7 p.m., 1 show only. Saturday at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m., 2 shows only. And on Sundays at 1 p.m., 4 p.m., and 8 p.m., 3 shows. And the rate is 300 Ghana cedis. Buy your tickets for the shows on the Korba short code *365 *535# or on the Riverman app via Riverman's website, that's www.rivermanproductions.com, or at the usual outlets. That's for enquiries and large purchase, you can call them on 050-554-6010 or send a WhatsApp to 050-554-6030. You can also follow us on all our social media platforms. Buy your tickets now. Love on the Ropes is sponsored by Gino Jollof Mix, Korba, and Tilly's Tea. Communication partners are M Notify and Logistic Movers, and also Riverman Productions. Be the difference. So grab a ticket, go and have a good time this weekend. And also, the Joy News proudly presents the top 10 impact makers, are extraordinary individuals transforming communities through education, health, girl child, and empowerment and innovation. So catch their inspiring stories on Joy News as we honor the selfless individuals reshaping lives one step at a time. The Joy News Impact Makers Award is brought to you by McDan Foundation, empowering futures, building communities. Gold Key Properties, transforming the landscape. MNC Group Global, Totally Reliant, German Ozen Medical Center, Alternative Therapy, Dental Wellness, and Beauty. Latest from your partner for life, Ghana CEO Summit and Expo, inspiring Inspiring Business Leadership and Economic Transformation, Joy News Impact Makers Awards, celebrating ordinary people making extraordinary impacts. And of course, this is where we end it all here on Daybreak. It's a very big and massive thank you to you, Mr. Hagler, to you, Debbie Sweeney, Apnes, Kwame Dati, DJ Fantastic, and thank you to you as well for doing the listening. You can follow us on all our social media platforms at Hitz 1039 FM. And if you missed out on the conversations, it's also on our YouTube pages at Hitz 1039 FM. My name is Doreen Avian. Follow me on all social media platforms at Doreen.
This is Hitz.